The Browns are on to New Orleans, Mary Kay. They are getting ready for the Saints, and we got to talk to Drew Brees today. And you asked Drew Brees about Baker Mayfield, and he had something very interesting to say about the Browns rookie quarterback.
Yeah, you know what? I asked him specifically, do you see a little bit of yourself in Baker Mayfield? And he said, I think he can be a lot better than me, which, of course, we all scrambled to write headlines on that. That's pretty big news for Drew Brees to think that Baker Mayfield can be better than the future Hall of Famer. But he was very complimentary of him, talked about his arm strength, his competitiveness, his ability to scramble around and make plays. And boy, if Baker Mayfield can have a career anything like Drew Brees, boy, Browns fans would be happy.
Yeah, that is a Hall of Fame career. Drew Brees will be in the Hall of Fame probably about 5 years after he retires. He has been that good, so Browns fans would absolutely love if he was close to Drew Brees, let alone better than Brees. Now, the other quarterback on the Browns, Tyrod Taylor, the starting quarterback, he is back at it, of course. A lot of guys have said that he's back at it with a renewed vigor, trying to put that performance from week one behind him.
Absolutely. We talked to guys like Josh Gordon today, and he said, this guy is resilient. We know he's going to bounce back. He came in even more motivated to prove that he can do this. We know that Hugh Jackson has defended him all week and basically said this was a unit-wide problem, that they just really couldn't get much done in the game against the Steelers. So this is a big game for him.
And one of the people he will be throwing to is Josh Gordon, as you mentioned. And Gordon talked today, and he didn't get very many targets. He played 69 snaps on Sunday, but he didn't get very many targets. And he talked today about being maybe not a decoy, but he was out there kind of occupying the safety a little bit. They were dealing with some bracket coverage, and hopefully the Browns will be able to get Gordon more involved this week.
Well, obviously, I think they will. And I think, again, it's a function of Todd Haley really just learning his personnel for the first time. Now, you contrast what happened with Josh Gordon, 3 targets on 69 snaps, compared to Michael Thomas in New Orleans, had 17 targets, caught 16 passes. So you really want Josh Gordon way more involved than 3 targets in the game if you're going to win it.
And on the injury front, the Browns, not a lot to talk about, but a little bit of a surprise. Emmanuel Ogbah. It sounded on Monday like he might be out a little while. Today, though, Hugh Jackson wouldn't rule Ogbah out. Of course, that would be huge if Ogbah can get on the field, even with an ankle sprain.
Yeah, I think so, absolutely, because Myles Garrett and Emmanuel Ogbah kind of have their thing going together. Now, a lot of what Myles Garrett did the other day was when Emmanuel Ogbah wasn't on the field, but we've heard him talk all season about wanting to have E-Man on the opposite side of him. They feel like they make a great team, and he was poised to have a big season, so you'd hate to see him out for 4 or 5 weeks. Now it appears it's not as bad as originally thought.
And Ogbah, of course, the guy that you really think could take advantage of having Myles Garrett on the other side of him as well. Like you said, poised for a big year if he can stay healthy. We'll have coverage of everything that happened today in Berea at cleveland.com/Browns.